From the WJMN studios in Marquette, this is Local 3 News at 10:30.
Good evening. Welcome to Local 3 News at 10:30. I'm Brianna MacLean. 2 people are facing felony charges after authorities say drugs were found as the result of a traffic stop. According to the Escanaba Department of Public Safety, officers pulled over a vehicle on South Lincoln Road just after 7 p.m. on Thursday. Officers believed they had enough information from the stop to get a search warrant for a home in the city of Escanaba. Inside the home, authorities found 50 grams of methamphetamine. 2 people were arrested and taken to the Delta County Jail. The names of the suspects has not been released. In other news, 2 Nigerian men are headed to prison for running an international sextortion ring that preyed on the most vulnerable among us. Their scam led a Marquette teen to take his own life, leaving his mother, quote, shattered to the core. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimebert.
This morning, a pair of Nigerian scammers are behind bars here in the U.S., convicted in an internet con that turned deadly.
They solicited and received a compromising image, and then they immediately turned to blackmail their victims, hounding them for money, and even urging their victims to kill themselves if they couldn't pay.
Samuel and Samson Ogashi were found guilty of conspiracy to sexually exploit a minor after they extorted Michigan teenager Jordan DeMay. The 17-year-old homecoming king later took his own life, thrusting so-called sextortion into the national spotlight.
It started out with the supposed girl saying, hey, we have some friends in common.
The 2 men targeted DeMay by pretending to be a high school girl named Danny, eventually convincing DeMay to send explicit photos of himself. The scammers then demanded $1,000, threatening if he didn't pay, they would send those compromising photos to his friends and family. DeMay died by suicide just hours later.
When I think about the things that they said to him, it hurts me so bad as a mom to think about what he went through in the last hours.
But now some closure for DeMay's family. The Ogashi brothers yesterday were sentenced to 17 years in prison, the first conviction in an alleged sextortion ring involving more than 100 victims.
This is a serious threat that is only getting worse, and it can happen fast. We know that the time from initial contact to Jordan's passing was a mere 2 hours.
If you or anyone you know needs emotional support, you can always call 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Andrew Dimebert, ABC News, New York.
Now to the latest job numbers. Hiring in the U.S. picked up a bit in August with 142,000 jobs added last month, according to the Labor Department. This falling short of analysts' expectations. The unemployment rate also dipping for the first time since March. ABC's Melissa Adon has the details.
The Labor Department releasing its latest jobs report for August, showing 142,000 new employer jobs and the unemployment rate falling to 4.2%. This is the first dip in unemployment since March. They added jobs falling short of what analysts forecasted. The softening job market, however, an improvement to last month's report.
This is a lot better than the jobs we added in July. Remember, that sparked fears of a big slowdown in the job market. And that's also when we saw a big sell-off on Wall Street. Not the case today. Stocks are really having a muted response to this report.
Experts add that despite the weakening job market, for now, the economy is still adding a decent number of jobs.
It was in June when we started to see the unemployment rate crack that 4% mark, and now it's at 4.2%. Where was the growth? Construction and healthcare, that they added the most jobs last month. Manufacturing, though, shed about 24,000. Solid, but not anything to worry about when it comes to inflation.
A pivotal jobs report just 2 months ahead of the presidential election.
Unemployment is low. Gas prices have actually dropped. Inflation is lower. There needs to be a kind of careful balancing between touting accomplishments and recognizing the pocketbook challenges that many voters still feel. It's not just the state of the economy, it's voters' perceptions that matter.
Based on this latest jobs report, the Federal Reserve remains on track to cut interest rates during their upcoming September 18th meeting. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Tomorrow, the city of Hancock returns with the end of summer celebration that will bring the Copper Country into town. With more details on the fun activities during the day and later at night is Keweenaw Bureau reporter Thomas Fournier.
The end has come, but that won't keep Hancock from celebrating a great end to a great summer. Last year, Hancock introduced the end of summer celebration to the Copper Country, inviting the community to downtown for activities on the Quincy Green and backyard tournaments. The whole day has fun for the entire family, with games and food for kids and parents.
We're also bringing back our now famous ping pong ball drop that we're going to be dropping from the 80-foot aerial fire truck by the city of Hancock, and this is brought to us by the Hancock Business Association. We've got over 200 prizes that are going to be associated with a ping pong ball that's going to have a number on it that's going to correspond to a prize that you're going to win. That's going to be at 3 o'clock on Saturday.
2023 also saw the introduction of a laser light show in the Keweenaw Peninsula. This year, the city plans to bring back the fun entertainment with the laser lights and music placed at the center of Hancock on the Quincy Green.
We're going to transform this Quincy Green space from day until night. So during the daytime, we're going to have bouncy houses, activities for kids. We're going to have an obstacle course here. We're going to have vendors, that's food and non-food vendors. You're going to be able to come, get a bite to eat, do a little shopping, and then you're going to go over to across the street to do the street dance, which will be at 6 p.m. And then while that's going on, we're going to transform Quincy Green into our laser lights show spectacular. We had a lot of great response to our laser light show last year, and we have a new vendor this year. They're a little bit closer to home. They're coming from Minneapolis. They're called Laser Encore, and so they're going to be coming in, and I think we're going to have an amazing show.
The end of summer celebration in Hancock tomorrow will start at 2 p.m. The laser light show will begin at the Quincy Green at 10 p.m. Those interested in registering for the pickleball, cornhole, or tennis tournaments will need to contact organizers by today. Those interested in learning more about the other activities during the end of summer celebration can find more details online.
Still ahead on Local 3 News, Tom Kippen's full forecast is coming up. And when we come back in 2 minutes, a new study reveals just how much more people are using prescription weight loss drugs. That's up.
This portion of Local 3 News is sponsored by Glass Bottom Shipwreck Tours.
Glass Bottom Shipwreck Tours are back and open for the season. Take an excursion back in time to see rare shipwrecks under the crystal clear water of Lake Superior through their amazing glass bottom vessel, plus scenic views of Grand Island and Munising Bay. Visit shipwrecktours.com to book your experience today.
The free Talk They Hear You mobile app and Screen for Success tool can help you turn everyday situations into opportunities to talk with your kids about alcohol and other drugs and identify if they need more support. Download the app today and keep your kids safe and healthy.
Listen up, Lions fans. You don't have to be a super fan to love the newest winning lineup from the Michigan Lottery. Make every day game day with a Detroit Lions pull tab, instant ticket, and online game with chances to win up to $500,000. Yeah! Now you're just a game-winning play away from pay dirt. With the new Detroit Lions games only from the Michigan Lottery.
It's game time.
Don't miss out on the ultimate Packers destination. Tune in with host Brooke Griffin, football legend Harry Sidney, and Packers great Jared Bush as they break down the plays that define the game. Locker Room, celebrating Packers football Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. on Local 3.
Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote that created America's inflation.
The vice president votes in the affirmative, and the bill is passed.
Economists said Harris's vote led directly to the higher prices we pay. 22% more for groceries, 50% more for gas. Mortgage costs nearly double. Thanks a lot, Kamala. Trump had our economy humming. He'll do it again.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day?
700?
700.
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your small talk.
In recent years, prescription weight loss drugs are being used at an unprecedented rate. A new study reveals just how much more people are using them. With more, here's ABC's Melissa Adon.
Semaglutide, a drug that helps regulate appetite, food intake, and blood sugar, is becoming increasingly more common. New research published in JAMA Health Forum found that on average, 2.3 million monthly prescriptions of this type of drug were filled in U.S. retail pharmacies in 2023. The prescription drugs studied are sold under the brand names Ozempic, Wegovy, and Rybelsus. Over a 3-year period from 2021 to 2023, these drug prescriptions collectively rose 442%. During the study period, Ozempic fills increased nearly 400%, and Wegovy increased over 1,300%. It's not known how many of these prescriptions were prescribed for weight loss versus diabetes. With growing popularity of these drugs, doctors say it's important to consult with a healthcare provider before taking these medications, as they may not be right for everyone, and side effects include stomach pain, headaches, and fatigue. With this Medical Minute, I'm Melissa Adon.
Tom Kippen has your full UP community forecast up.
Donald Trump's out for control, and he has a plan to get it.
Detailed plans for exactly what our movement will do.
It's called Project 2025, a 922-page blueprint to give Trump unchecked power, using the Justice Department to seek vengeance, monitoring women's pregnancies, cutting Medicare and Social Security. Those are Donald Trump's plans. He'll take control, we'll pay the price.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Local 3 is growing, and we're looking for positive people to join our expanding team of account executives. Travel across the UP, developing relationships, and work with a variety of different businesses to help their marketing efforts succeed. Local 3 is an organization that is centered on connecting to the community, telling people's stories, and providing local business with powerful advertising platforms. If you want to live in the Upper Peninsula and are looking for an enjoyable career with unlimited money-making potential, apply today at upmatters.com.
Welcome to Access Hollywood, your #1 source for celebrity news.
What's up, brother?
The biggest premieres.
When you talk about cool, it don't get no cooler.
Biggest award shows.
So you win again.
Your total access.
This is the place.
Access Hollywood.
Weekdays at 7 p.m. on Local 3.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book?
Covenant Books is an author-friendly publisher who shares your passion and beliefs. Call us today and we'll send you a free author packet to help get you started. We provide a full range of publishing services.
Covenant sells your book and ebook online and in bookstores everywhere. Our authors love us. Just look.
Be like these authors and get your book published today.
To get your free writer's guide, call now. 1-800-214-6474.
Hi. I'm your retirement fear. But don't be scared. You're still in pre-retirement.
Does that mean I have more time to plan?
Precisely. Here, this is pretirement.org.
Retirement savings options? Potential tax breaks?
Move.
This isn't scary. I'm doing it.
You got this.
Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan.
Storm Team 3 weather with Tom Kippen.
And welcome back to Local 3 News. Happy 906 Day, and let's take a look at some photos that make us proud to live here in the UP. This was the Northern Lights on Marquette's east side last month, and it was just amazing to see the Northern Lights with that vibrant color inside the city of Marquette. It was a great show last month on a Sunday night in August, late Sunday night, early Monday morning, but just amazing Northern Lights, and that's how special it is to live here in the UP. Check out another Northern Lights photo here. This was from last weekend. Kevin Dunham sending that in, and you can see on the left-hand side, Munising is there. So beautiful Northern Light shot. Thank you, Kevin, for getting that photo and posting that to our 906 Weather Watchers page. And as always, thank you for getting all your nature photos, all your weather photos sent to the 906 Weather Watchers page. As we look at Mark Janowski of Marquette, Marquette here. One thing we do like here in the UP, sunrises and sunsets, and that is a sunset looking towards Marquette. And this was earlier on this week, but you can see the vibrant colors there in the distance after the sunset. Thank you, Mark, for posting that to our 906 Weather Watchers page this week. If you'd like to join our 906 Weather Watchers page, it's simple. Head on over to Facebook. We'd love to show off your photos like that during WJMN Local 3 News. All right, let's take a look at 3 things to know here as we go into the weekend. It is going to feel fall-like for the first part of the weekend here. We'll keep some rain showers around through early Saturday morning, but overall on Saturday, we are looking for clearing skies. Fall-like temperatures continue for Saturday, and then for Sunday, we start to see the milder to warmer temperatures return during the afternoon hours, and that's going to set the stage for above average temperatures as we go into next week. Early Saturday morning, you can see some 30s across the interior west and along parts of the Michigan-Wisconsin border. Elsewhere, lows tonight around 40 or the 40s away from the shorelines of the Great Lakes, and then there's your autumn-like feel as we head into Saturday afternoon. As for the rain showers, they're going to continue in parts of the UP as we go through Saturday morning, mainly closer to Lake Superior and in the eastern UP. But watch what happens as we end into Saturday afternoon. We start to clear things out. Saturday night, we're dry. I think our in-house computer model is overdoing it on the precipitation, but by the time we do get to Sunday, we are looking at dry weather conditions, and you're going to notice these warmer temperatures in the upper right-hand corner of the screen as we go into next week. Our community forecast, Copper Country, 43 tonight for Houghton, and then 58 for a daytime high for your Saturday with more afternoon sunshine. For the interior west, lows tonight in the 30s, could be some patchy frost, that's not out of the question, and then highs tomorrow around 60 or the 60s. For the south central UP, we'll have low temperatures tonight in the lower 40s, then your highs tomorrow right around the 60-degree mark or the 60s. As we move into the eastern UP, we'll have low temperatures that will be right around 43 for Newberry, 43 for Curtis, Seney, and Germfast, and then highs tomorrow around 56 for Newberry, and then for Elger County, we'll have low temperatures tonight that will be in the 40s, including 46 for Munising, 54 for Munising, and 55 for Chatham. As we move into Marquette County, for the inland areas, lows tonight right around 40, perhaps upper 30s, highs tomorrow around 60. For the higher terrain west of Marquette, we'll have low temperatures tonight that will be right around 40, highs tomorrow 50s to around 60, and then for the city of Marquette, we'll see low temperatures for our early Saturday morning right around 44 for Marquette, 46 Big Bay, then a fall-like day for Saturday, 58 Big Bay, 57 for Marquette. Brianna, back over to you.
Thanks, Tom. Sports with Jake Durant is straight ahead tonight on Local 3 News. We'll have Week 2 high school football highlights, including our game of the week between Calumet and Westwood. That and more next in sports.
Watch Tom Kippen on Local 3 News, weeknights at 10 p.m.
Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote that created America's inflation.
The vice president votes in the affirmative, and the bill is passed.
Economists said Harris's vote led directly to the higher prices we pay. 22% more for groceries, 50% more for gas. Mortgage costs nearly double. Thanks a lot, Kamala. Trump had our economy humming. He'll do it again.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
My name is Rebecca Bartolome, and join me from 5 to 7 a.m. Monday through Friday on my UP Mornings. When I first found out that we were going to be starting a morning newscast, I was ecstatic. This is going to be a place where you can get all your information you need for the day, have fun, sit back with a cup of coffee, relax and enjoy. Obviously, we emphasize local news, and that's what we want people to know about. You can watch your national news anywhere, but here is your home for local news.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments. Start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Local 3 Sports with Jake Durant.
Welcome into Local 3 Sports. Tonight, week 2 of the high school football season got underway. In our game of the week, 2 Westpac Copper Division foes met head-to-head with Calumet traveling to Westwood. Off to Westwood High School we go for the game between the Copper Kings and the Patriots. First quarter, Calumet looking to cap off a long drive. No passes the entire drive. As Nathan Thyrien gets it in, Calumet goes up 6-0. Ensuing Westwood drive in Calumet territory. 4th down, Ethan Marta gonna scramble. He has nothing open and he's sacked by Kent Koskela. Patriots turn the ball over on downs. Calumet dominant in time of possession, controlling the ball on the ground nearing the end of the second quarter. On 4th down in Westwood territory, Ben Anderson takes the pitch, drives inside, and goes into the end zone untouched. It's 14-0 after the 2-point conversion. Third quarter, same score. Marta recovers a low snap. He's going to scramble to his right, and he's going to lob it up for Preston Argle. Argle's going to catch it on the sidelines, takes it down the field, and he's out of bounds deep in Calumet territory. Very next play, Louis Salmi going to take the handoff, hit in the backfield, but he escapes and scrambles his way into the end zone. Westwood cuts it to a 14-8 deficit after a 2-point conversion. But the Patriots had no answers for the Copper Kings run game. Trent Hallinan going to burst through the middle for another score as Calumet goes on to win our game of the week 30-14.
They showed some things run game wise that we knew we had to take care of. Ethan Marta's a great quarterback back there, so keeping him contained. That number 7 and number 9 Salmi, they run the ball well. I mean, you've seen his touchdown. He's a hard guy to wrap up. So give credit to our defense all week and our defensive preparation. Our guys did a great job all week. They did a great job. I mean, that last drive when Westwood did a nice job kind of rebounding and went down, made a couple big plays, scored a touchdown. I think we got the ball back with about 1:47 left, and I think when we finally scored, there might have been 2:20 left in the quarter. So, I mean, that's almost a full quarter drive right there, and our guys did just a great job coming off the ball, adjusting to what they needed to, and give credit to Westwood. I mean, they battled. They got some boys inside that gave us a hard time, but another hard-fought game.
Let's head now to Miners Field in Negaunee. It was Parents' Night for the Miners, and they welcomed in Gladstone tonight. No score late in the first quarter. Negaunee driving on 4th 2. Miners in Gladstone territory. Weston Yesney is able to fight for a first down to keep the Miner drive alive. And that's going to lead to this in the second quarter. Yesney takes the handoff, slices through the Braves defense for a 22-yard touchdown. He's impressed early on in the season. The 2-point conversion was no good. 6-0 Negaunee. And the ensuing kickoff. Gladstone's Casey Allwarden fielding the kick from the 1-yard line. He's going to find a seam and kick it into another gear. He's going to take this kick return 99 yards to the house. And just like that, the Braves take the 7-6 lead after a converted extra point. Negaunee going to come right back doing what they do best, and that's run the football. It's not always pretty, but it is effective, and they're able to put a long drive together with runs like this from Brock Bonovitz, and he's going to be the one to cap off the drive for Negaunee. He was running hard in this one. The Miners, they go on to win the game 28-7. More scores for you. Marquette tops Alpena 51-0. They're outscoring their opponents 106-0 through 2 weeks. Over in Harris, Iron Mountain wins big over Bark River Harris 40-6. An exciting one downstate in Cadillac as Escanaba pulls this one out in overtime 28-21. Kingsford over Houghton 28-8. Menominee wins big over Hancock 63-0. Out east in the Sioux, the Blue Devils fall to Sheboygan 35-12. The West Iron County Wycons best Lance 29-0. Forest Park with a big win over Stevenson 50-8. The Norway Knights win over Gogebic tonight 54-22. Rapid River scores 72 points while holding Ontonagon to 22. Ironwood shuts down Carnado 70-0. North Dickinson runs away with a 50-20 win over Rudyard. Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart over Engadine 61-8. And Cedarville shuts out Pelston 50-0. The Northern Michigan women's volleyball team kicking off their season tonight. at the Minnesota State tournament in Mankato. They played 2 today, the Wildcats sweeping Minnesota State Moorhead in 3 sets. They followed that up by surviving in 5 sets over Truman. The Michigan Tech women's volleyball team is out in Golden, Colorado, beginning their season at the Classic at Mines tournament. The Huskies get 2 wins today, first over Regis in 3 sets, and then they take down Gannon University 3 sets to 1. We'll be right back with more Local 3 news in just a few minutes.
Watch Local 3 News with Jake Durant, weekdays at 6 and 10. On game day, before opening kickoff, you're going to want to know what to expect. Green and Gold Game Day is your go-to destination for the Packers game day matchups.
And you can't get any better.
Burke Griffin and Kyle Malzahn bring you the biggest matchups to watch on the field. Lauren Helbrecht brings you all the breaking news and updates right from the heart of the action. And Cameron Izaire has all your daily fantasy and sports betting lines for the day. So start your game day off right with Green and Gold Game Day. Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on Local 3.
Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote that created America's inflation.
The vice president votes in the affirmative, and the bill is passed.
Economists said Harris's vote led directly to the higher prices we pay. 22% more for groceries, 50% more for gas. Mortgage costs nearly double. Thanks a lot, Kamala. Trump had our economy humming. He'll do it again.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
That's my son, Jared. At the height of his fame, we lost him to an accidental drug overdose. I'm Carmela Wallace. I started Live Free 999 so that we never lose another Jared.
Go to livefree999.org to learn more.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable power plant, smart pressure sensor, and custom nozzles. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Get your complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for just $79.99 and get free shipping. Plus, we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
My name is Catherine Conley, and I'm recovering from a gambling disorder. I was spending more than I could afford at the time. You're not paying your bills, you're missing your credit card payments. Got it together, I went to counseling weekly for about 8 months, and I was really able to get at the root of the problem. Being able to put the skills that you learn through counseling or group help or calling the 1-800 number, reaching out to your family, actually going through that process is what's going to make you heal and make you better.
Thank you for joining us.
And have a good night.
Before I was adopted, I kind of felt alone.
I felt nervous that I wouldn't have a family.
And I didn't think I was gonna get adopted because I knew I was getting older and older and older. I didn't think that was gonna happen.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Lexi, Connor, and LaShawna now have the love and support of a forever family.
When I did get adopted, it was like, wow, I get to settle and this is permanent. It was like a bunch of feelings.
After I was adopted, I felt amazing and happy.
Adoption changed me for the better. I feel as if I can be whoever I want to be.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find homes for those waiting in foster care the longest. Donate now at davethomasfoundation.org/